What's going on, STIM junkies? high-stim Ace here, and I do hope you guys are having an incredible day. Today is Thursday, and we are gearing up. We are getting ready for high-stim Saturday. It is right around the corner. Another week passed by, and we are getting ready to get in a good illicit training session on our favorite day of the week. So today, high-stim Ace is going to be reviewing a high-stim pre-workout from Project M Supplements. And in case you guys haven't heard the name, that's because they're relatively underground. They're not exactly a mainstream type of company, but they've been doing a lot behind the scenes. And I know the owner, and he's working on really getting the branding out there. And they have a lot of cool, unique products. I'm going to link in the end of the video where you guys can check out the website and grab some things with a discount code if you're interested. And believe me, I think you're going to be interested in what I have to say today. So the pre-workout I'm going to be reviewing today is Mindbender. And yes, this does come to us from Project M Supplements. This is a crazy freaking looking tub right here. And they do have really nice, unique graphic designs on their products. It's definitely a cool branding. It's got a lot of skeletons, a lot of psychedelic, trippy art. And it just gives you a vibe of, oh my God, this is going to send me to another dimension, both physically and mentally. The label is interesting. It's definitely different. It's actually very reminiscent to the last pre-workout I reviewed from Project M Supplements, which, by the way, was the one that I'm holding here in my hands. This is called Mindfuck. If you guys haven't seen this review, you can check it out on my pre-workouts reviews playlist. I always link it in the video description. But this one here, despite the crazy name and the crazy graphic, you got Donald Trump going up against an alien over here. And I'm not talking about an undocumented migrant. I'm talking about an actual alien from space. So this was definitely a cool concept, but it fell a little bit short in terms of being a high-stim, crazy illicit type of product. This was definitely more of a nootropic, feel-good product, but really nothing too crazy. So when it comes to Mindbender, the label reads very similar to the Mindfuck, which initially had me a little bit worried because, like I said, Mindfuck was an interesting product. It had a good nootropic kind of head buzz, but nothing crazy, nothing super eventful. So I was kind of cautious going into this one, but believe me, guys, when I tell you that labels are indeed just labels, because despite this label being very small, only a couple of ingredients in this product here, and even the structure is very similar to the Mindfuck. When I tell you that this experience was a completely different experience, I ain't blowing smoke. So let's roll that freaking intro, and when we come back, we are going to talk about the Mindbender pre-workout from Project M Supplements. All right, guys, Mindbender from Project M Supplements. So today was my second time running this hitter here. I did run it once last week, and I already knew what to expect going into it, but it's really interesting. We're going to talk about the experience really soon. Before we do that, I want to talk about the flavor, and this here is the strawberry vanilla flavor. Now, when I first opened this one about a week ago, I kind of put my finger in there and just kind of licked it a little bit just to get a little bit of a feel for it. And when I tell you that the powder straight up tasted so freaking good, like one of those candy powders you would dip your lollipop into when you're a kid, it tasted like absolute delicious candy, like a nice strawberry vanilla flavor. Tasted so freaking good. When you do mix it in with the water, however, the flavor isn't as good. It's still very tasty, especially in comparison to a lot of other high-stim pre-workouts that claim to have certain products on the ingredients panel, which we're going to discuss in a moment. But the flavor is pleasant. It's solid. It definitely doesn't taste as good as just touching the powder, dipping your finger in and tasting it, but it tastes really good. It's a solid vanilla strawberry flavor, and you don't see that in today's day and age. You see cherry vanilla, but I've never seen vanilla with strawberry. So it's a good flavor. I like it. Let's move on to the label. So looking at the supplement fact, serving size is 1 scoop, and that comes in at 23.5 grams, which, by the way, is the same serving size as the previous pre-workout I reviewed from them. So just an interesting observation, but you are getting 20 servings per container, or if you take it at half a scoop, it's going to come out to 11.75 grams, and you're going to get 40 servings. But let's be real, guys. You're STIM junkies. I'm a high-stim Ace. We're going full dose because that's how we always do it here on the channel. So starting off with the pump category, we are beginning the label with citrulline mally, 2-to-1 ratio, coming in at 9,000 milligrams. So you're getting about 6,000 milligrams of citrulline and about 3,000 milligrams of malic acid. It's going to help the citrulline bond. And in my experience, it helps the citrulline absorb more efficiently. So I'm okay with it. I like citrulline mally. We're getting additional pumps in the form of glycerol monosaturate at 2,500 milligrams, so not such a crazy dose, but it's going to help kind of puff you up a little bit, add a little bit of definition, a little bit more jacked size when you're looking in the mirror and flexing. So I always like a little bit of glycerol. It's obviously not going to be as potent as liquid glycerol, which, you can get like 10 to 20 grams of glycerol via the liquid, but 2,500 milligrams is more than enough, especially for a powder formula. And lastly, we round off the pump category with agmatine sulfate coming in at 500 milligrams. Now we are moving to the focus aspect of this pre-workout, and we do begin with Araya genesis at 200 milligrams, so a good dose. It's not like a crazy dose. Some pre-workouts in this day and age go to like 400, 500 milligrams of Araya. This one gives us 200, so it's a good enough dose, but it all has to do with the sourcing of the ingredients, because a lot of times you could take 200 and it's going to feel better than 500. It all depends on the sourcing and how it comes together. And next up, we have DMHA, the star of the show, coming in the form of 2-amino isoheptane, 200 milligrams. So a very good dose, not too crazy. There's some pre-workouts that go to like 300, but if you have that good synthetic lab-made yum-yums that we know and love, then 200 milligrams will have you flying in the gym, especially when paired with that Araya 200. So 1-to-1 ratio with the Araya. What do you guys think? Do you think this is going to hit? Stay tuned to the effect section, guys, and you will find out. The next category is gains, and we have CreaPure 99.99% pure creatine, 5,000 milligrams. Okay, so you know what? I can't hate on this because a lot of pre-workouts will add creatine, but they'll put it in at like 1.5 to 2 grams, 2.5 grams, which defeats the entire purpose. If you're already going to include creatine in your pre-workout, then make sure to put the 5-gram daily dose in there. That way you're at least covered by taking the pre-workout. It doesn't make sense to do less than that. So obviously I'm giving them kudos for putting in the full efficacious dose because it is going to help a little bit. It absorbs and it provides strength and energy output in the gym, but it really does need to saturate in your system over time. Now this one's funny because the other pre-workout from them also had this category. The category is called Fire. And underneath that category, we have beta alanine at the clinical 3,200 milligrams. So I don't understand the Fire term. I think it's just a marketing gimmick, but yeah, you're going to get a little bit of tingles from the beta alanine. And lastly, we have the energy complex, which really is just one ingredient. I told you guys, this is a very short label. We have caffeine anhydrous coming in at 375 milligrams. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ingredients in here that hopefully will come together and give us the best workout experience of our lives. Before I break down my experience running the Mindbender pre-workout 2 times over the past week and a half, don't forget to like this video, comment below, share the channel with a fellow stim junkie or a pre-workout enthusiast, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. All right, guys, so today was my second time running the Mindbender pre-workout, and I gotta say that this is an entirely different experience from Mindfuck. Now, Mindfuck is the pre-workout that I have here, the one that I reviewed about a week ago, and I did run this one like 2 or 3 times. I thought it was pretty decent. It was a nice nootropic feeling, daily driver-ish feeling kind of product, but pretty uneventful, nothing crazy, bare bones energy, a little bit of beta tingles, and just like a nice nootropic, good mood elevation, but really nothing crazy. So this one here was a bit of a letdown, but when I tell you that this one here more than made up for it, then I'm super happy to be sharing this experience with you because I know a lot of you stim junkies watching this review, watching this channel are looking for this type of product here. So the way this works is very, very simple. You're going to feel this one in about 5 to 6 minutes. This one freaking hits you right off the bat. The first thing you're going to feel is a crazy, crazy head high, literally like 5 minutes in. And it's interesting because usually, to me personally, if I take something like a psychotic or a tweak or like these, alpha-yo based pre-workouts that have that good, well-sourced alpha-yo in there, usually those pre-workouts will hit me very quickly within like 5 to 7 minutes. Meanwhile, pre-workouts that have DMHA in there, those usually kind of take like 15, 20, 25 minutes to build up. That's how it is for me. That's not always the case across all pre-workouts, but looking at the average, most of the time, that's how it happens. This here is completely different. Literally 5 minutes after taking the drink, you're going to be hit with like this crazy, crazy buzz, like an illicit feeling buzz, like a bathtub formula kind of buzz, something that's really going to alter your reality and really bend your mind. I guess this is why they call the pre-workout Mindbender, but you're going to get that buzz coming in first and foremost. The beta alanine tingles follow as well. So you got the tingles going on, you're shaking a little bit, not uncontrollably, not uncomfortably, but you are feeling the betas and your body is kind of getting revved up and ready to go. Meanwhile, the buzz mentally is stimulating you to the point where you just want to go, go, go. If I would have taken this at a blind test and not looked at the label, I would have assumed for sure there is like 1.5 milligrams of alpha-O in here, because this pre-workout, although there is a crazy buzz, a high that comes with it, an illicit underground kind of feeling, a locked on, dialed in focus, there's also a sense of urgency. Like, you want to move on this pre-workout, you want to go. And it's funny, there's no GPB in here, there's no sense of urgency, there's no yohimbine, there's no alpha-O, but for whatever reason, this to me feels like a hybrid between a DMHA pre-workout and an alpha-O based pre-workout. Now, I ran this one twice, I waited about a week in between running this product, and both experiences to me were identical. Both times I was listening to aggressive metal music, to be more specific, melodic metal music like Eluveitie, Amon Amarth, Children of Bodom, you know, a little bit of Metallica in there too, a little bit of Volbeat, just listening to some good metal, some good riffs, some good shreds, a little bit of Megadeth also. I was throwing in a little bit of everything, but this is definitely more on the aggressive side, but there is a good mood elevation, bordering on the euphoria that comes with it, but it's like, it's an aggressive type of euphoria. So you're in the gym, you're in a bubble, you're ready to go in 5 minutes, by the way. Literally like 5 to 10 minutes in the most extreme scenario, you're already ready to go. So you don't have to take this like 30 minutes before you get to the gym and let it build up, let the head high get in there. No, 5 minutes, you are ready to go. 10 minutes, worst case scenario. And you're gonna freaking attack the weights. You're not gonna want to stop, but you're gonna feel good. Stamina is on a whole other level. You have crazy endurance on here, and you don't want to stop. You're just going to hit set after set after set. The pumps are really nice on here because not only do you have the citrulline malate and the glycerol and the agmatine, but the fact that you're not going to stop, you're just going to keep pumping and pumping and pumping. You're going to have great muscular contractions. The blood's going to be flowing everywhere, and you're going to look good. You're going to feel good. This is an in the bubble kind of pre-workout. Almost feels like there's Nupeptin here, you know? You're kind of locked in a bubble, and you're listening to your music. You're disregarding everything that's going on around you. There's a dialed in tunnel vision that comes with it, like an illicit kind of tunnel vision, okay? Something like, almost like a Smash AMF, almost like a Kill Switch, but it doesn't feel dirty. This does not feel like a dirty pre-workout whatsoever. It feels clean. It feels good. It feels like there's a little bit of extra sprinkled in there. Either that or the DMHA is like the purest, cleanest, most potent DMHA that I ever had, because 200 milligrams of DMHA, honestly, craps on other products that have like 300 and more. So this one's amazing. It feels really good. It's perfectly balanced. There's a good head high that comes with it, a crazy buzz, good illicit tunnel vision focus, a great mood elevation, but also a sense of urgency, aggression, and you're going to be pumping and feeling good. So overall, a very well-balanced package. And honestly, I'm very, very impressed with Project M supplements. Like I said, the last one I took, the Mindfuck, it was decent, but felt more like a daily driver. It wasn't anything memorable. This one here, on the other hand, the Mindbender, man, is this going to bend your sense of reality and bring out that inner beast, the inner stim junkie beast, because this one here is definitely for stim junkies. If I had to compare this to like two products, this would be something in between the original Kilo Labs Hybrid or Supreme. If you guys remember those two products that have that super clean, potent DMHA, where you really just felt freaking good and productive and happy and had great endurance, this has those elements in it, but a little bit more sense of urgency. So combine the original Kilo Labs Supreme or Hybrid with like a psychotic, and essentially you're getting this product here. Very good, very clean. Not necessarily a lot of side effects. There's a little bit of shrinkage. Actually, yes, there is a little bit of shrinkage that comes with it. A little bit of delayed urination, but not as bad as some other pre-workouts I've taken. But whatever they have in here, whether it is that pure DMHA, whether it's a little bit of an analog that they kind of added in there, who the hell knows? But this is a good one. It's illicit. It's stim junky, but it's productive, and you're going to get shit done on this product here. If this sounds like something you're interested in and you guys want to pick up the Mindbender pre-workout, you can head over to the official website and grab it from there. You can also head over to sublocker.com. They stocked up on their entire lineup. So definitely check out those two websites. I got discount codes for both. It's going to save you some money and help support the high-stim ACE YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. And once again, I want to thank Project M Supplements for sending this one my way for review. You know that no matter what, high-stim will always keep it real and genuine with you guys, my beloved community, because you guys come first no matter what. If you guys enjoyed this video and found it beneficial, don't forget to like the video. It greatly helps the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram at high-stim, and I will see you all next time for the next high-stim pre-workout review. Take care, everybody, and have a happy high-stim Saturday. high-stim Ace, signing off.